Halloween is one of the most popular and widely celebrated holidays, with a long and fascinating history that stretches back thousands of years. Its origins are rooted in ancient pagan traditions, Christian customs, and centuries of cultural blending, evolving into the modern-day celebration filled with costumes, trick-or-treating, and spooky decorations. To truly understand Halloween, one must travel back to the time of the Celts, a people who lived in what is now Ireland, the United Kingdom, and parts of France. The Celts celebrated a festival known as Samhain on October 31st, marking the end of the harvest season and the beginning of winter, a period they associated with death. The Celts believed that on this night, the boundary between the world of the living and the dead was at its thinnest, allowing spirits to pass through. They feared that some of these spirits could be malevolent, so they lit huge bonfires and wore costumes made of animal skins to disguise themselves and ward off evil spirits. It was also a time for divination, as the Celts believed that the presence of spirits made it easier to predict the future. As Christianity spread across Europe, it began to absorb and reinterpret many pagan traditions, including Samhain. In the 8th century, Pope Gregory III designated November 1st as All Saints' Day, or All Hallows' Day, a time to honor saints and martyrs. October 30th first became known as All Hallows' Eve, which eventually evolved into Halloween. Despite the Church's efforts to Christianize the holiday, the old pagan customs remained intact, blending with the new Christian observances. One of the most iconic aspects of Halloween today, trick-or-treating, has its roots in medieval Christian and Celtic practices. During All Souls' Day in the Middle Ages, poor people would go door to door offering prayers for the dead in exchange for food or money, a practice known as souling. They were often given soul cakes, a kind of small pastry. This early form of trick-or-treating continued to evolve over time, especially in Ireland and Britain, where children would go door to door performing songs, reciting verses, or offering prayers for the dead in exchange for treats. When Irish and Scottish immigrants brought these customs to America in the 19th century, they began to take on the form of the trick-or-treat tradition we know today. Another key part of Halloween's transformation came from Irish folklore, particularly the legend of Stingy Jack. According to the tale, Jack was a clever but devious man who tricked the devil multiple times and as a result was doomed to roam the earth forever after death, with only a hollowed-out turnip lit by a burning coal to light his way. Irish people would carve their own turnips or potatoes into scary faces to ward off wandering spirits like Jack. When Irish immigrants arrived in America, they discovered that pumpkins, native to the New World, were much easier to carve, giving rise to the modern jack-o'-lantern tradition. The celebration of Halloween in America truly began to flourish in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, when waves of Irish and Scottish immigrants brought their traditions with them. However, it wasn't until the early 20th century that Halloween became a widespread mainstream holiday. By the 1920s and 1930s, Halloween had evolved into a community-centered event, with parades, town parties, and trick-or-treating becoming popular across the country. Interestingly, Halloween also had a darker side during this period. Vandalism, pranks, and acts of mischief were common, and communities began organizing more structured events to keep young people from causing trouble. The commercial aspect of Halloween really took off in the mid-20th century. As trick-or-treating became more popular, candy manufacturers seized the opportunity to market small, individually wrapped candies specifically for the holiday. Costume companies and greeting card manufacturers followed suit, turning Halloween into a highly commercialized event. By the 1950s, Halloween had firmly taken root in American culture as a holiday primarily for children, with costumes ranging from spooky ghosts and witches to more whimsical characters from fairy tales and cartoons. Halloween's connection to the dead, horror, and the supernatural has always been central to its appeal. The tradition of telling ghost stories and the fascination with spirits and haunted places has been a part of the holiday from its earliest days. Over time, Halloween has also been influenced by popular culture, with movies, books, and television shows shaping how we celebrate. Movie franchises like John Carpenter's Halloween, A Nightmare on Elm Street, The Conjuring universe, Scream, The Evil Dead, and countless more have reinforced Halloween's association with the eerie, the mysterious, and the terrifying. Today, Halloween is celebrated worldwide, though the customs vary from country to country. In America, it's a night for spooky decorations, elaborate costumes, haunted houses, and candy-filled fun for children and adults alike. In other parts of the world, such as Mexico, similar celebrations like Dia de los Muertos or Day of the Dead honor the deceased in a more familial and spiritual way, while still maintaining some of the elements that make Halloween unique. From its origins in ancient Celtic rituals to its modern-day incarnation as a fun and fright-filled night, Halloween has evolved into a global celebration of the strange, the supernatural, and the scary. With a rich history full of intriguing stories and cultural transformations, it continues to fascinate people of all ages, making it one of the most exciting and widely beloved holidays of the year. We hope you enjoyed our journey into the origins of Halloween and invite you to join us in our next episode.